Hi, we are Group 6, and today we are going to be presenting our solution, Smart Cooking. My name is Ong Teng Jun, and I'll be introducing you to Smart Cooking. So why Smart Cooking? This is so that anyone can cook. Anyone with a very busy schedule, they don't have to waste their time thinking of what to cook. So one of the few problem statements for this is that these people, they don't know what ingredients are available at home. They don't know what's in the fridge. And the second problem statement is that most of the people, they don't know how to cook. And as for those who knows how to cook, they don't know what recipe to follow. They have run out of choices. They have run out of ideas of what to cook. And the solution to these problems are that you can use a camera to recognize the ingredients that's in the fridge. And the second one is that it's a simple solution whereby you just display recipes with step-by-step instructions. As for the third solution, it goes hand in hand with the first solution whereby it suggests recipes based on the ingredients that is available in the fridge at home.
Hi sir, my name is Liman Hong and now I'm going to talk about literature review. So the first app that we reviewed is Chef Bites. This app allows us to take photo of fruits or vegetables and then it will actually identify it, such as tomato, and then it will add to the ingredient list. After we take several photos of the fruit or veggies, it will recommend us the relevant recipe that we can cook with our ingredient list. This app has several disadvantages. The first one being it is only iOS, and the second one is it has a relatively small library of recipe, but it has one advantage, which is simple to use. And then the second one is Recipe Ninja. This app is a bit different from the first one, because instead of taking a photo, you need to key in the ingredient that you have, and then it will only show your the recipe and dishes that you can cook. It has the same disadvantage as the first one, which is also only iOS, and but it cannot scan ingredient through the camera. The advantage is it provides accurate recipe suggestion, means that if you only suggest you the recipe that you can cook uh, using the ingredient that you added, and will not suggest other recipe that uh, require additional ingredient. The third one is Yumly. Yumly is one of the more sophisticated app because it can not only identify the veggie through pictures, it can also connect to your kitchen appliances, the smart kitchen appliances, and generate and create a shopping list. It has one disadvantage, which is it will recommend the recipe that contain ingredients that the user key in along with the ingredients that the user do not have. But it has two advantages. It can connect to smart appliances that I mentioned just now, and it can uh, create a shopping list. The last one is Supercook. Supercook is also similar to the last app that I reviewed, which is Yumly, but uh, this does not have the image recognition feature. It has one disadvantage. The recipe are pulled from the website, making the app less uniform compared to others. And the advantage is it can show nutritional value of the recipe.
My name is Sean, and I'll be talking about the future work of our project. The idea of the application developed is a recipe suggestion application that provides recipe to the consumer based on the ingredients available to them. As such, a fully equipped smart kitchen system is unable to be completed due to the lack of time and also budget, because we don't have money to buy the smart appliances so that we can implement our ideas. Future work would also involve further analysis into other appliances that could be involved with the IoT ecosystem to further enhance the living quality of the consumer. For example, we can have a rice cooker that can automatically start warming up the rice before the consumer returns home. Furthermore, the user can also uh, heat up the rice remotely using their uh, mobile phone. They can click a function on the application, and then the rice cooker will start heating up the rice. Another idea is that the kitchen system is able to build a grocery list to suggest to suggest groceries so that the consumer can purchase them. With further analysis into the behavior of the consumer, it is possible for the smart cooker to suggest different recipes based on the taste and palate of the consumer.
Hello, I am Kahin, and now I'm going to talk about comparison of relevant cloud technology. Now let's take a look at some of the services they offer. All of them have offered the same services, but in different naming scheme. All of them are offering computing service, storage, database, security, and Internet of Things. However, their naming for each service they provide is different for each cloud service provider. For example, EC2 is the computing service for AWS, Elastic Compute Service is for Alibaba, and Azure Kubernetes is for Microsoft Azure. Now I will talk about the strength and weakness for each of the cloud service provider. For AWS, its strength is that it provides a wide array of services spanning from computing to machine learning and analytics. It is a pay-as-you-go payment scheme, and it is flexible and has instant scalability. However, it also has its own weakness. Its cost structure is difficult to understand when the data is too large to handle. The service provider might be slow at some time, and since it provides too many services, it also causes a drawback where it may overcomplicate things. For Alibaba Cloud, its strength is that it has hybrid capabilities, utilize Aspera Stack to work with Aspera DB for better efficiency. It also offers a higher number of VM processors. Its weakness is that Alibaba Cloud does not have a better presence in the international market as compared to the other cloud provider. Now for Microsoft Azure, its strength is that it focuses on infrastructure as a service and platform as a service, and it has an open source support. Its weakness is that it has a steep learning curve. The Microsoft Azure also has a higher price compared to others, and its pay-as-you-go scheme is additionally built. When compared, the service that every cloud service provider offer is quite similar. If one were to choose and decide on which cloud service to apply for, one will have to consider the size of the business, location, and also the complexity.
Hello again, my name is Sean, and I'll be talking about the architecture diagram of our system. Our architecture diagram consists of several services, which are API Gateway, Lambda, RDS, Cognito, S3, and also Rekognition. Next, for these four functions, register, login, retrieve ingredient, and recipe list, the user will perform a post API call with the necessary parameters in order to insert or retrieve data from the database in our RDS instance. And lastly, for the upload ingredient photo function, the user will upload an image to the S3 bucket with an identity pool provided by Cognito. And then after the image is uploaded to the S3, a Lambda function will be triggered, and that function will call the object detection function in Rekognition to retrieve the labels from the image. And finally, the Lambda function will then store the ingredients detected in the image based on the labels detected from Rekognition, and then it will store these ingredients into the database of our RDS instance.